Another example over here, right? So what I'm going to do in this particular example is that I'm not going to draw any triangle. Okay, I'm going to play around with the expression which is given and I'm going to use an identity. You can solve this by drawing a triangle and finding the values of everything, but it will take a long time to do it. Let me teach you both the ways and show you what is the benefit of doing without drawing a triangle. Okay, so what is given to you? They have given 8 times cot theta is equal to 15 by 8. So we can write that like this: a cot theta is equal to 15 by 8, right? Or I can do this one, it's much more simpler. Tan theta is equal to 8 by 15. So let's draw a triangle. Okay, let's draw a triangle. I'll show you the first way and the second way also, and you have to decide that which way you're going to go. Okay, now tan theta is equal to 8 by 15. 8 by 15 means this is perpendicular by base, so make it 8k and make it 15k. So you need to go ahead and solve, find the hypotenuse for this one. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? What do you get? 8k is 64k square plus 225k square. So when you add these two, you're going to get 289k square, which is AC. Then AC becomes 17k. Remember, 17k. Okay, that is how it is. Now let's go ahead and plug the values. The first method, method 1. You're doing method 1 right now. This is the method 1. When you're basically solving problems for the first time in trigonometry, right? I would suggest you to use this one so that you can get used to the ratios, you can get used to the Pythagoras theorem, and then do this one. So let's take the expression now. What do you have? It is 2 plus 2 sine theta, right, times 1 minus sine theta divided by, it is 1 plus cos theta times 2 minus 2 cos theta. That is what you have. Let's go ahead and plug the values. Now 2 plus 2 times sine theta. What is sine theta? Some people have 8k, 8k by 17k, which becomes 8 by 17 because k goes out, right? So put that one. You have taken care of this one. Now go to the next one. What do you have? 1 minus, this will become 8 by 17, right? Done. Numerator taken care of. 1 plus cos theta. 1 plus cos theta. What is cos theta? Black hair, curly black hair. So 15 by 17. So this will become 15 by 17, and this will become 2 minus 2 times 15 by 17, right? Now let's go ahead and solve it. So what do you get here? This is 2 8s are 16. This is 16 by 17. 17 into 2 is 34. 34 plus 16 is 50. So this becomes 50 by 17. The first one becomes 50 by 17 times, this becomes 17 minus 8 is 9 by 17. This becomes 9 by 17. That's your numerator. This becomes 17 into 1, 17 plus 5, 15 is 32. 32 by 17. This becomes 32 by 17, right? This becomes 30. 17 to the 34. 34 minus 30. 34 minus 30 is 4 by 17. So this becomes 4 by 17. So if you look at it, right, denominator has 17 everywhere. So go ahead and cancel it. So you're left with 50 into 9 divided by 32 into 4, right? 2 6 225. So 25 into 9 will give you how much? 225 and 16, this is 64. This is what the answer is for this particular expression, right? This is what you're going to get. So remember that answer. This is method 1. So look at it, how much time did it take for you to go ahead and solve that one, right? You got 225 as 64, right? So we can write this one as 15 by 8 ka whole square. Look at it, 225 by 64. Remember that answer. Now I'll explain you how to do with method 2, right? This is the much more simpler method because you're going to when the moment you become more experienced in doing trigonometry, you're going to use method 2 going forward. So let's take the expression again. It is 2 plus 2 times sine theta times 1 minus sine theta, right? Divided by, it is 1 plus cos theta times 2 minus 2 cos theta. Okay, look at it clearly. Do you have a 2 common over here? And you have a 2 common over here. Let's take it out. So I'll write it as 2 times 1 plus sine theta times 1 minus sine theta. Done. And in the base, in the denominator also, I have a 2 common. I'll put it outside. I'll write it as 1 plus cos theta and I'll write it as 1 minus cos theta. Look at it. So this becomes 1 minus cos theta. So 2 gets cancelled out. 1, this is in the format of a plus b into a minus b. This is also in the format of a plus b into a minus b. So what can I go ahead and write? 1 minus sine square theta divided by 1 minus cos square theta. Look at it. What do you get? Okay, what do you get? 1 minus sine square theta is what? It is cos square theta, right? What is 1 minus cos square theta? Is sine square theta. Because you know this identity, sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So I'm using that. So what does it give me? It gives me cot square theta, right? Cos by sine is always cot square theta, cot square. Now they have already given me the value of cot theta. Cot theta is nothing but 15 by 8. So go ahead and put the value. It is 15 by 8 whole square. Remember your answer from method 1? You got 225 by 64. This is the much more easier way. So you're going to get to this kind of approach after you know most of the things what you learned in trigonometry. Okay, so trigonometry is very easy. The only thing is that you need to know all the ratios, formulas well. So you'll be able to do things much more in a much more faster fashion like this. Okay, great.